What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to do a fix video for the X-Transbots Commander Stack, their version of Ultra Magnus. So this is actually my second copy of this figure. The first one I looked at was from a friend, Dr. Diecast, who had sent to me for a review, and that was a couple months ago actually, but I've now received my copy from the Chosen Prime, thanks to them. But it has the same exact issue as my first one, which is one of the shoulders, basically the ratchet doesn't work. So let me just show you what it is. And it looks like it's a common issue because this is my second one with this. If you rotate forward, the ratchet seems to work. It has click points. If you go backwards, it loosens the screw, and basically, eventually if you keep turning, it will come off. So the symptom is that screw is actually coming unscrewed. And if you open this up and you look, this screw right here on that arm joint is just too tight in that little socket. So first thing you want to do is take that out, but you can already see that that screw is contacting the edge of this surface, this gray surface right here. So let's take this out and we'll take a look at it. And basically what the issue is, and shout out to Alan Lee for his help trying to figure this out, but there's a gear on the inside of this ratchet which contacts with this gear here, or the teeth here, and this screw actually sits, it's supposed to sit inside this groove with the spring, and the spring is what makes the ratchet work. Now this screw is actually too big, so if you just take a test fit, take the screw and put it in here, you'll actually see it doesn't fit. It doesn't actually go in naturally. So what happens is, as you turn the arm, the screw is making contact and rubbing against this plastic, and ultimately it's removing itself, right? It's unscrewing itself. So what you need to do, you can kind of have two choices here. I'm going to go with the one route, but you can either widen the hole so that the screw will fit. Now this plastic, you know, I'm not sure if I trust it enough to widen it, but that is an option, and it's a little bit thin, so I don't really want to do that. So the other option is to narrow the head of the screw, right? Basically narrow this part. And it's just a washer attached to the screw that you need to narrow, this outer diameter. And you need a tool to do that, so I'm going to use a Dremel. I'll just show you what a Dremel is, so you know. It looks like this. It's basically like a drill, but it has all sorts of attachments that you can use on it. And you can use an attachment for metal that will grind the outer edge of this screw down. So you need to do it patiently, basically grind it down for a few minutes or a minute, test it, see if it fits. If it still doesn't fit smoothly in there, grind it down, and you want to do it evenly around the edge of the screw so that it becomes smooth on the outside to the point where it finally fits in here and can rotate inside of here without contacting. So I'm going to go off and do that, and I'll be right back and I'll show you the results of that. Alright, so we are back from reducing the size of the screw here. We basically used that Dremel to kind of smooth out the outer edge so it's a little bit smaller, and just to show you, now it will fit nice and smooth inside there, right? It goes in and out, and it can rotate inside there. That's really what you want. It should be able to go in nice and easy and go all the way in and not have any resistance. So now we can put everything back. So go ahead and take this, line this up, and make sure you get your spring back on there first. Then go ahead and reinsert the screw, and that's actually going into that stock that you saw sticking out of the shoulder. And make sure you go in straight. Make sure you don't go in crooked or, you know, strip the thread on the where it's going into. All right, we got that screw back in there. Let's just adjust the arm. Get that back into position, and let's see how we did. There you go. So it should work in both directions. Shouldn't matter how many times you rotate the arm. Perfect. So pretty simple fix. You could also find a screw that's a little bit smaller. I'm having a little trouble with this, and this is a separate issue, but this tab, as soon as I took it out, it's kind of popping out of here, and now like doesn't want to sit in there. So separate issue, but anyway, so pretty simple fix. You could find a screw that had a smaller diameter on that washer, but this is a pretty simple fix. Took me about 5 minutes to just grind the screw down, checking every few minutes or so that it still, you know, fits. And once it fits smoothly in there, then that's it, you're done. So now I got both arms working, and we are happy with our Magnus. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Alan Lee for the advice. We'll see you next time.